winning is simply a mindset. A mindset, however, that is only developed by outstanding individuals. It's not about talent, it's about effort. Effort will get you the win when the talent is having a rest day. Effort will drive you home when everyone expects you to give up. Effort will drag you from the canvas when you have been knocked out by life. Winning is not some special reward only reserved for the lucky among us. If you ask all the failures, they will tell you it is luck, but it's not. Winning is a reward you receive when you have put in the hard work, when no one is watching. Winning is for champion attitudes and champion hearts. If you throw me to the wolves, know that I will return leading the pack. It only takes one moment to decide you are going to be a winner. One moment is all it takes. It only takes one moment to make a decision. One moment to say no, to say...
What's going on, guys? So it's currently the 30th of April. As you saw, I weighed in 185.6 pounds, which is a little bit up than what I weighed yesterday. Yesterday I weighed 185, but today obviously that is 0.6 pounds up. So that could just be due to anything. I'm going to be honest, I didn't take a shit before I weighed myself, so that could be the reason why. But there's various of things that could be. I did cardio first this morning, so obviously you draw a little bit more water, and I drank a lot more water when I was doing cardio. So yeah, there could be a various of reasons. Today I'll be training legs, rotation A, so we're going to start off with some seated hamstring curls, and then we'll go on to some high, wide leg press, and then a pendulum. So it's a lot more bias to the hamstrings today, and I'm also going to try improve my calves a little bit more. I know everyone says that, but my calves are really shit at the moment. Anyway, same situation as last video. I'm watching JP train legs. I'm going to eat this while I'm watching that, and I'm also going to drink some water to hydrate myself. We'll be going to the gym in around about an hour and a half's time, so I'll see you guys closer to the time. Right guys, so for today's pre-workout I'm going to be having half a scoop of MV Pre. The reason I'm having half a scoop is because, as I said in my last video, sometimes I get quite bad come down on MV Pre. I'm going to take this now, and it's around about a 15-minute drive to the gym, and hopefully after like 15-20 minutes of warming up, this will kick in at the right time. Let's go. supplement review. Grunt EAAs and Total War. I've got this in sour gummy bear and I've got this in blood orange. I'm going to try a little bit of them out, give you kind of a taste review on them. I'm kind of looking forward to this Total War flavour because I know that Total War flavours ain't the greatest, like they're quite sharp in a way. So I'm looking forward to seeing how. Why did I buy something that sounds like sour gummy bear? But I thought rainbow candy sounded really nice, and then I had it and I was like, Nathan's there, by the way.
It might be though. Yeah, he's not just talking to himself. It might be alright.
I'm hoping it's alright. That's what it looks like. Kind of a pink powder. I'm only going to take a little bit, not even that. That looks.
Did you just half do the pre-workout?
No, it was like
college work.
It was like a.
So today I did this and then I did this.
Mate. Just give it a quick mix. That's really weird. It's like a red colour now. I think they changed something in the formula, didn't they, in Total War?
I don't know.
I think they did because I remember seeing a few posts about it and it going red because they had to change one of the ingredients to something to a new supplier or something like that.
Alright.
Facts every day.
What's the flavour called?
This is sour gummy bear.
Yeah, why would you... Right. I'm just going to go.
Smells like sherbet.
I still don't know what you're doing a pre-workout before college work.
Basically we're doing college work after this because it's a rest day.
It's called gummy bear.
It smells like a red gummy bear. The worst thing is I could probably drink that as like just with water like all day. They make it EAA in this flavour. If you're watching this Redcon1, please make it EAA in this flavour. Come try this.
I feel like if you say you should drink it all day, you should drink it all day. Just as long as you stay below 1 gram of caffeine, you'll be right.
That's really good. It's not that horrible sharp taste. Do it on the camera.
Oi. Sweat. Bits in the bowl.
That's
actually really nice.
It's really nice, isn't it? I'd give that probably a 9 out of 10. It's probably the best tasting pre-workout I've ever had. It's probably better than Mr. Hyde as well, so yeah, good. I'm not going to drink the rest of that, otherwise I'll be off my tits for the rest of the day. Next on the review, Grunt EAAs in flavour blood orange. Just going to show you quick, this is a sign of like a good EAA or good supplement brand when they fill it right to the brim. What I have noticed about this though is it does froth quite a bit when you like put it in a pro mixer or something, so anyway, that's the colour of it. It's just exactly the same as the one I had last time, which was pineapple and banana, which I'd give probably about a 7 out of 10. Anyway, blood orange. Smells like orange. Tastes like orange. It's a very kind of faint orange. It's not like a really strong kind of Robinson's tasting orange.
I prefer the pre-workout.
Yeah. I was about to say,
that's nice, but I definitely prefer the pre-workout.
I prefer the taste of the pre-workout, so if Redcon1 could bring out a sour gummy bear EAA, that would be great. Anyway, that's it for this supplement review, so let's get on with the vlog. Right guys, so to finish this video off, I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice and some tips on how to lose weight. As I've lost 20 pounds myself and I'm currently still losing weight, I feel like I'm in a good position to help you guys on your weight loss journey, give you a few tips, but I'm just going to start right at the beginning. Got my phone here as well with my notes, so if I go off track, I'm really sorry. Right, so firstly, everyone knows this, but you have to be in a caloric deficit. Caloric deficit means you are burning more calories than you're intaking, so essentially you're burning more calories than you're actually eating. That could be drinking as well. If you drink a lot of sugary drinks that, you know, they're all calories, they all add up. The best way of tracking all this is using the app MyFitnessPal. I use that and I know a lot of other people who use that, and that is just essentially because you can scan foods on that app, and also it has like gram for gram, and you can search foods, and it is a really good app, and it's run by Under Armour. So what you want to do first is find your maintenance calories. Either you could do that yourself by just like trial and error over a process of weeks. If you want me to go into like how to find your maintenance calories, just leave a comment down below and I'll probably mention that in another video. But essentially you just want to drop from your maintenance calories down 200 calories. So for example, if your maintenance calories is the average males, which is 2,500, you want to drop it down to 2,300. Therefore, you're in a caloric deficit at that point. Now, let's say you've been doing this weight loss journey for a couple of weeks, you know, you've been losing a good amount of weight, you've lost most of the water, you're feeling a little bit better about yourself, and then the scale starts stalling. You don't know what to do, so for a couple of days you either weigh the same or a little bit more. You don't know what to do. The best thing to do in that situation is just to trust the process, hold it out, stay at those calories for the next, let's say for example, the Monday and Tuesday you've weighed the same thing, on the Wednesday you've gone up a little bit, like 0.2 of a pound. Just stay on those same calories for the next coming days. You never know what your body's trying to tell you from those 3 days. So obviously if you're stalling in weight, it could be due to a numerous of things, for example, stress, water, so much. Just hold it out, trust the process, finish that week off, and for example, if that week you've just stayed the same weight, then we go on to the next point with playing with your variables at the right time. For example, our variables are being cardio, steps, calories. So for example, you're still on these calories, you've had that block, that week that hasn't moved, and if your daily steps are 8,000, up them to 10,000. Accumulating steps over the day is a good way to burn calories. It's minimal impact on your training. So for example, if you're training legs and you've only got to walk 10,000 steps, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're doing like half an hour on a Stairmaster and then you're training legs a couple of hours later, obviously there's going to be an impact in that. Let's say for example, you're already at 10,000 steps and you don't really want to up your steps because you have an office job or you're sat down all day, so you have to get your steps in the evening or in the morning, and you don't want to up your steps anymore. A thing to play with then is your cardio. So let's say for example you're only doing 20 minutes on cardio. So for what I did, for example, is I was doing 10 minutes on the Stairmaster and 10 minutes on the treadmill, and then I just switched over to 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, and obviously the Stairmaster is going to burn more calories than walking on an incline treadmill. So that's how I burnt more calories. I upped my cardio only by intensity, I didn't up it by time. So that's another thing. You can play with cardio in two ways. You can play with the intensity or you can play with the time. So you could do like Stairmaster for like on level 5 for half an hour, or you could do on level 10 for like 15 minutes, and they'll probably burn the same amount of calories. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not an expert in a Stairmaster, but it give or take. And the last variable you should play with is lowering calories. Let's say for example you don't want to do any more cardio, you're at your maximum amount of steps, then start lowering calories. So if your weight is stalled and you're not moving for like a week, then you maybe lower it by another 150 calories, 200 calories. I like to do it in like 200 calorie blocks. So I track all my weights over a period of time. When it starts stalling and I've played with all my variables, then I start using the variable of lowering my calories, and then I'm in a bigger caloric deficit and essentially lose more weight. My last and final tip, I could go on forever with this, but the one I like to use is just prolong your first meal for as long as you can. So if you're on a rest day, for example, try not eat your first meal till like 12 o'clock, and then if you've got like 4 or 5 meals to cram in, like a little 8-hour window, it's a lot easier and you feel kind of more fulfilled in a way, and obviously you feel more full throughout the day. So a lot of things you can use to suppress your appetite, and there's a lot of supplements on the market to suppress your appetite. Personally, for me, the only supplement that works, that suppresses my appetite, is 5-HTP. I take 200 meg of that in the morning with a black coffee, and that kind of does the trick and makes me prolong my first meal to around about 12 o'clock, but that's only on a rest day. Obviously on a training day, I'm training around 10 o'clock, so I need to get my pre-workout meal in. I couldn't train fasted. Like my performance output would just be shocking, so I obviously need to eat before I train. Like I said, I could go on forever with these tips, but I want to keep this video in a good time range, so I don't want to like blag them on and people just click off, because people get bored when you sit down and talk for a long period of time. But if you want more advice or more tips, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is @MaxDysonBrown. or you can just leave it in the comment section down below and I'll think of them. Obviously, these tips that I've just given you are off the top of my head. I just wrote them down on my phone just now. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, then fuck off. And while if you want, subscribe. Peace out.